Court judgment today. I think this shows, of course, my right honourable friend, the Defence Secretary, will be making a statement on this later this afternoon, but it shows that we do in this country operate one of the most robust export control regimes in the world. And then finally he started off by talking about the issue of the government's agenda. This government has an ambitious agenda to change this country. And there are many issues.
Ashworth, you are a cheeky and rather over-excitable whippersnapper. Calm yourself and take some sort of, as I say, soothing medicament. It's a repeated refrain of mine, but with good reason. Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, there are many issues on which I would hope that we will be able to achieve consensus across this House. Issues like ensuring that our police and security agencies have the powers they need to be able to deal with the terrorist threat that we face. Issues like responding to the Matthew Taylor report, which I commissioned, to ensure that in the new gig economy, as we see the world of work changing, workers have their rights protected. And finally, I also hope we talked about women's empowerment at this G20 summit. One of the issues I've been concerned about recently is the fact that many female candidates during the general election found themselves bullied and harassed, and in receipt of such bullying and harassment. And I would have thought, as has been referred to by the Right Honourable Lady, the member for Normanton, Pontefract and Castleford, I would have hoped that every leader of a political party in this House would stand up and condemn such action, and it's time that he did so.
John Redwood.
I congratulate the Prime Minister on her many successes at a productive summit, particularly on the trade front, in which she confirmed that ministers are working not just on trade deals with those countries we don't have ones with at the moment but will when we're outside the EU, but also on making sure we transfer the EU ones to the UK as well as the rest of the EU on exit.
Well, I'm happy to give that confirmation to my right honourable friend. There are three areas that we're working on trade. One is obviously looking ahead to those trade agreements we can have with countries that we don't currently have them with as a member of the European Union. The second is ensuring that where there are trade agreements with the EU, as we leave the EU, we're able to roll those forward. And the third area is actually working with countries like India, like Australia, to say what changes can we make now, before we leave the European Union, to improve our trade relationship.
Ian Blackford.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The G20 summit was an eye-opening event to the realities of a UK now floundering around on a global stage.